So this is, I think this is the second time I've done something like this. Um, I don't remember the first time, but it's not 100%. But I'm likely stopping these streams. Uh, I did write out a script. You can read it yourself if you want. I'm just gonna be reading off of that. Um, I wanted to write a script because I felt like I needed to get everything out because I tend to rant and go off the rails a lot and sidetrack. You've seen my writing streams before, so I'm just gonna read from that. Uh, Welcome C4. What up, homie Jay? So one of the reasons, these are all reasons I'm just likely to stop. I gotta be careful with my wording. I'm not gonna say, again, I'm not gonna say I'm 100% gonna stop streaming, but it's likely going to end for right now. No growth is one of the reasons. Months ago when I came back with a consistent vengeance, which was, I want to say February, I think. If you would have told me all I'd have to show for it from that point were emotes and like a few more followers, I don't know if I would have pursued continuing the stream for, what is it? It's been like 4 months now. And the only, and we'll get to this feeling like a job in a second, but the only payout I've gotten is, for the most part, money I've given myself because I gifted subscribers to myself in order to reach those emote tiers. But yeah, another reason, no viewership. Aside from the games that the homies want to see, like Nacho, with both the Last of Us games, he was there for, I'm gonna just say, every Last of Us stream. Whether nobody was in there or not, I was in there chatting it up with him. Chase with the Final Fantasy remake, he's been there for all of those. There's only been a few. And Max with Chrono Trigger when I was doing that. My parents are pretty much the only people I can get in here every night, and I'm grateful to them for that. However, this connects to the growth thing I just mentioned, because most nights they're in lurk mode because they're busy people. They are full-grown adults. So on my end, it kind of feels like I'm holding them hostage to watch my streams rather than either of us really enjoying the stream. I realized that when I was playing BioShock on Monday, like I wasn't really saying anything. I was just focused on the game. Not much was being said in chat. My mom said a few things. I addressed them, and then that was pretty much it for the next hour of that stream. And I feel like I'm holding them hostage, especially when I go past the time I normally stream for. So I unofficially bumped it up to like 9:30 every night, because they were doing okay for a while, and I didn't want to stop them short. Normally around, my mom mentioned like around like 8:40, 8:50 people start coming in, and I used to stop streaming at 9, so it didn't make sense to just stop it right there. So yeah, if I were to go past that time, and I know they have to get up to work the next morning because again they're adults with full-time jobs, I don't want to hold them past a certain point just to support me. So another reason, this feels like a job I have to do every night, a job I don't get paid for. I'm going to be real for a second. Part of the reason I'm doing this is because I don't have any sort of income right now. No reason to wake up every day, nowhere to go, pretty much in my house. I leave the house like twice a week, if that, and 3 times a week if I have to take out the garbage. it's completely my fault for leaving my previous part-time job, but I don't regret the decision I made with it. There's several reasons for that I don't really want to get into, but I really, both of my previous part-time jobs, I don't think I've ever had a full-time, were in retail, and that's pretty much the easiest job to land. One of the easiest, I think. But I really cannot stand retail. I don't like working with customers. There's been a lot of bad experiences with that. And then after getting home from a long day of dealing with people's idiocracy, having to do that again either the next day or the day after that, like, I respect people that can do that. It's an experience I don't ever want to have to go back to. So, play games all the time, even when I should be writing, which is a lot of the time. Like late at night, probably after this, I might play some games with the homie Max or something like that, like 2K or Overwatch, games that there's really actually no point to me playing. But I don't really stream those because I'm kind of just chilling with him, or chilling with any friend that I have playing with me. So I figured I might as well stream them, or stream some games, some form of game, like the narrative ones, like BioShock, Final Fantasy, anything that has a story to it rather than the team stuff, because then that would, playing with my friends instead of like being a good time, would start to feel like work as well. To be like, okay, you good with me streaming this? Like, then we'd have to watch what we say and all this stuff, and we crack jokes all the time. It wouldn't feel the same. So I figured I might as well stream them, but try to keep some sort of consistent schedule, which I did, and I am proud of myself for that. I don't give myself a lot of credit for a lot of things. I'm proud of myself for keeping pretty consistent this past few months with stream schedule. I've only taken, I think, 3 days off maximum, and one of them was something I couldn't help, like, and I think another day I had a headache, and then the third day it was something to do with my laptop. So I accomplished that, but I'm also doing it to promote my other works, which is really the main goal. There are, or were, if this is one of the last ones, multiple ways I'm attempting to gain some sort of following, and using that following to direct the audience towards what I care about most, which is my writing, any of the series, anything like that. I have a podcast that I co-host talking about movies, and I still have the YouTube channel that's been, for some reason, steadily losing subscribers with each VOD that I post on there. And I have the free online story called The Villain Wins that I've been posting a chapter a week on for 25 weeks straight now. Since it started, it gains at least one reader per chapter. I'm currently at 55. But I've been doing that, posting that at least Saturday nights into Sunday mornings, and I've been getting pretty good engagement with that story. It's like an Elseworld Descended story from the perspective of the new villain I made for the Descended universe. And I'll be trying some other things out on Scribble Hub, which is the site, to see what sticks. I might try posting like a written version of the shonen I've been talking about for the past few months. I might disconnect. Wi-Fi is acting weird. No problem, Jay. Understand. But all these avenues are. Wait. Yes, all these avenues are things I don't get paid for yet either. But the difference is there's a steady growth to these aside from the YouTube channel. I promote my books on here only when I remember only when I remember to now. When before it was he used to promote them at the beginning and end of every stream before I took the break. And when this was just a writing stream channel. I spent a lot of time dedicated to streaming in total. I say total because I'm not doing what most streamers are doing, just streaming several hours a night because again I feel like I'd be holding my parents hostage, and without constant engagement from an audience, I feel like I'm way less entertaining, and I'm pretty sure it shows because as soon as someone starts chatting, my personality shifts. The stream starts off kind of slow, and then somebody hops in the chat, I'm immediately welcoming and warm and all sorts of stuff. But yeah, to me it doesn't make any sense to continue doing the writing streams alone, like just doing the writing streams again, because that's what I started out doing, and writing has such a limited audience on Twitch. I forget who the most popular Twitch writer is, but on a good night, somebody told me they get 20 viewers. Like, that's compared to some other channels on Twitch that have followings not only on Twitch but across several other platforms like YouTube, for example. That is really, like, it sounds mean, but that's nothing in comparison to like a channel with 17,000 viewers or something like that. So that's also part of the reason I began to do gaming, because that's what Twitch is known for. And it did something for a time, but after going, and this is gonna sound really selfish, but it in my mind is discouraging. After going like 2 months plus now without any follower or like decent consistent viewership, in my mind again it's discouraging. And I'm not a part of like any communities or friend groups that interlock with other channels, because most people I know don't even play games as much as I do. Again, nightly or every other night, I have a friend I play PS4 with, or sometimes two friends, because one of them is pretty busy doing life stuff. Other than that, I'm not deeply involved with any sort of like Twitch communities or have a group of friends that I can consistently play games with. And I'm sure that would be entertaining, which might help the channel, but because I don't have that, like, it wouldn't make sense for me to really continue try doing the solo stuff. There are a lot of other discouraging things as well, like the fact that several people have told me I have the personality for this, not just family members, but it doesn't feel like this is going anywhere. Several real life things are threatening to F me up further mentally. I'm already pretty effed up mentally right now. But, and time is up. There's a lot of real life things going on that's, it wouldn't make sense for me to continue Twitch for much longer. I gave it all I could and it wasn't good enough. There's really no point in continuing. Here's what pisses me off the most. I've been waiting on that one person for a lot of things. That one person that would push me over the edge to give me some sort of following that I could direct my writing towards. So that one person that would share a video and start an avalanche of people so I could gain a following and then direct those followers to my writing. Or one Twitch streamer that would rate me and get me followers so I could again direct them towards my writing. One literary agent to connect me to publishing. I told you guys when it was happening that I was having problems with literary agents. I was having problems with literary agents before, so I was waiting on that. One artist whose style is what I envisioned to draw my stories that I could work closely with so they understand how my mind works with writing, but without money, how the hell am I supposed to pay them? One person that buys my book and sees the potential that it has and wants me to go further with it, and any other series I may be thinking of, kind of done waiting at this point. Apologies again if this all sounds selfish, which in all honesty I think all of this is, but I need some way to vent and get this out, because it's been building up for a while. To be clear, this is not an attack on anyone, especially people that have been following me up until this point. Like, it's none of you guys' fault. Anybody who may be watching this live or watching this after or never watching it's nobody's fault. Special shout outs to, this is not a good transition, but special shout outs to those that have been on the channel and supporting a crazy amount, like Mom, Dad, Chase, who's been subscribed for like a year now, Nacho, who, even though he hasn't subscribed, is there constantly, and C4. I know his name is Cable, but he told me to call him C4. Because I'm aware he watches the VOD/YouTube videos, and he's actually here now. After the streams, because he can't make the streams sometimes. He even tried to give me money for a laptop one time, so shout outs to y'all. Last thing I'll be streaming for now is Bioshock, because I'm pretty sure we're close to the end of that. I think, but I don't know where I'll be going from there. This isn't the last you'll be seeing of me, but when it comes to streams, I think I'm done. I might post skits to YouTube. I was supposed to post that one I was talking about a few weeks ago, probably a month ago at this point. I never made it funny enough, so I never even recorded it just yet. Like, I didn't finish writing it. But I'm still gonna continue to write, but I'll just find a different way of getting my stuff out there. So yeah, that's everything, I think. What up, Sotaro? I mean, writing in general is a niche market, and it is shrinking. Yep. Also, it's Twitch, probably the last place a writer should be. Yeah. In all seriousness, you sound very burned out from writer to writer. Take a break, focus on other things, see if it works out for you. Root for you, man. Appreciate the kind words, Sotaro. Thank you for showing up and giving me that advice. And you're probably right. Twitch is probably the last place a writer should be. But I mean, I'm part of the Twitch Writers Network Discord community there. But my thing is, I don't spend a whole lot of time watching other people's streams, because that, for me, is a lot of time dedicated to doing something that I could be spending my time elsewhere doing. Again, that's no attack on anybody or anything like that, but maybe that's on me. Maybe I should be on other people's streams more often. It's just, I don't know if that's the best usage of my time. Neither is playing games constantly. So, yeah. Take a break. I mean, with me not actually having a job, it feels like I'm already taking breaks constantly, or it feels like I'm on an, what's the word? I'm on a break with an an undetermined end. Like, it feels like this break is gonna go on as long as I don't find another job or something that gives me some sort of constant income. So with me having left my part-time last year, it feels like I've been on a break for more than a year. It feels like I've been on vacation. Again, with me not writing every night and making the best use out of my time, it doesn't feel like I really deserve a break. Um, so yeah, I will just keep up with the writing and stuff, but probably not on stream. And I'm gonna try and dedicate some more time to the writing with me now. I'm not streaming anymore, or possibly, most likely not streaming anymore. Yeah. Plus, with me, like you guys have seen Wednesdays, I've pretty much come ill prepared most of the time, with the exception of last Wednesday, which was, I think that was the completion after completion one. Well, it happened. I had to stream that Thursday because of the laptop malfunction. But with the exception of that one, I didn't have anything prepared for this week. I didn't have any drawing. I plan to just write out the shonen in prose, perhaps. Because coming up with stuff on the spot that can be grating after a while. Plus, most of the ideas I'm not going to be totally in love with after the stream. So, I mean, I guess that's part of the writing process. But normally with me, the first or second thing I create or give a character, it normally ends up sticking. So yeah. Not sure. I feel you, man. Shit's rough. Took multiple years on YouTube before I even got to 100 subs. Yeah, and I mean, you're definitely somebody who deserved that way before you even, like, because you can tell just based on the quality of your videos, the way you cut them, like voiceover, that's no joke. Like, right now you can probably, or I know you do, you hear my AC, like, being able to have just a clear voice with no sort of background noise or anything like that, that in itself is an accomplishment. But the time and effort you put into those definitely deserve that. I think you crossed 1,000 recently, but definitely think you should keep going. And another thing, I forgot to write this down, but it's easy for people who aren't on this end to, like, say, hey man, you should just keep going. Why don't you just keep going? And it's like, nah. So if that's it, I think I'm just gonna said no writing stream today. Just wanted to make this about me stopping. Again, I'll probably still be on YouTube. Don't know how often that's gonna get posted there, but yeah, I guess I'll just. I guess I'll just figure it out from there. Trying to think. I don't think there's anything else I have to say. That's pretty much it. I'm gonna probably have to get a real job soon. But thank you guys for taking the time to listen, stop by, lurk, whatever. That's my suggestion would be maybe to just try some new types of content. Sure, what you've been into, but one of the things that helped me was switching up my content. Perhaps, I don't know what that would entail though. Streaming can be very limited when it comes to this type of stuff. I mean, I tried the gaming thing, not doing too well. I tried writing thing, that's limited. So I have no idea what else it would be. You teach, right? I don't. I've never taught before. It's been suggested to me by like my parents, or one of them was a teacher, and my grandfather who just retired from being a teacher. I'm not. I don't see myself doing it. I could, but that's not something I'd want to do. I don't feel like I'd be qualified in teaching anybody anything just yet. I could tell people what my process is when it comes to creating anything, but that's just speaking from personal experience, right? That's not like really teaching. Let's get out of here. No stream tomorrow. I'll just be playing Final Fantasy VII off stream, I guess. We'll finish Bioshock 1, but I'm probably not going to be doing 2 and Infinite on stream. Everything else is I'll just be doing off stream. Nacho, maybe more specific YouTube specific content, behind the scenes stuff about releasing your first book and that experience. Perhaps. I wouldn't know how to go about that. Show people on Reddit about that kind of stuff. Maybe share it might do something. Sharing it there might do something. That's probably what I'm gonna try and do if I get this damn game out. Yeah, for sure. Perhaps I'll consider it. But as far as Switch, I think I'm good. At least right now, until I find do a different method, if that's in the cards for me at any point. Like if my books pop off for some reason, again, I'm still waiting for that one thing to happen. That pops, because I'm pretty sure on the back of the book, the back cover, the Twitch channel's there. Or if, the podcast I'm on blows up, or maybe if the stories on the site I'm posting on blows up or something like that. I might direct people then, but that would only be if there was like a demand for it. Yeah. So, with all that being said, I think we're good here. Bioshock, we'll still finish that. We'll probably just keep it to Mondays and Tuesdays. I don't feel like doing this every week right now. So again, shout outs to Mom, Dad, Chase, Nacho, and C4 in particular, and shout outs to everybody that's followed me up until this point. You all know who you are. Today in this chat, stopping by or just listening to me do a scripted rant. Shout outs to C4, Homie J, Sataru, and Nacho. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is JB Phoenix once again. Signing off.